Hey there, Cancer. Happy New Year. Happy 2018. This is Chronic Joy Tarot, and we're doing your January 2018 reading for Sun, Moon, and Rising sign of Cancer, or maybe not January. Whenever you are watching this is the appropriate time. The way that my readings go, they're less about predicting outcomes and others' influences and outside forces, and they're more about your internal development, your soul's alignment with your true self, and your the transformation that takes place daily in our spirit. And this is well, I got an extra card. This is the reading for that. So this is totally attuned to your inner being. And let's see what the guidance tells us for this time for you, Cancer. Okay, it is a general reading, so if it's not connecting with you, that's fine. It might at a later date. It might make sense at a different time. For now, the guidance that I received was the card of the Eagle, Communion. So this card is telling us at this time, it's important for you, Cancer, to connect and be in touch with the physical world, actually the planet and the other creatures on the planet. We feel communion with other beings quite often, or maybe not all of us do quite often, but when we do, you can be with, say, your favorite flower, or your favorite pet or type of animal, or your favorite landscape, whether it's the ocean or a forest or the desert or mountains. You feel when you get in touch with those elements of nature, you can feel how the life force within you and within that element of nature are similar. The life force is the same. It's just the form that changes. And this is calling for you to maybe take some extra time in communion with the planet, and more time in nature, more time spent meditating. Do, like, say, an open-eyed meditation where you're focused on, a plant or an animal or a landscape, and you can sort of see the barriers as you're breathing consciously, and keep your attention on that object. Commune with it. You'll feel a sense of those boundaries between self and other. They'll dissolve. The boundaries will dissolve, and the self and the other become the same. You can really, this is a real beautiful practice, and it could ground you, and it could really set your pace, for the coming days, if you can really get in touch with this. It's beautiful. So let's see in what ways we want you to reconnect with your source. Okay, your starting point here is totality. Yeah, so being in that zone, that's what we were just kind of saying, being in that moment. These acrobats have to be in this present moment. They have to be aware of every movement, every, twitch, everything that's happening, or they'll go tumbling down. They all three will go tumbling down. So it's a matter of really just immersing yourself in the moment, in nature, and in communion with the planet and other beings. Your spirit will lighten. There will be a lightening that will occur if you really accomplish this. Internally and within you, you have a sense of your creative self. Your self-expression is ready to come out. And through this act of communing with the planet and meditating on other beings and other life forms, through that practice, it will open up a sense of creativity within you. Maybe you're a painter, and through that just daily, maybe you've been blocked, or a writer. And through that daily practice of really just taking in what's happening around you on the planet will spark, an idea or an expression or some whatever pertains to your art. It's important to have this sort of touch-based, touch-down time. I would say, if you already have a meditation practice, change it up a little. Like I said, maybe do an open-eyed one where you're focused on one object, or a walking one where you can take in the scenery as you meditate. In your external world, you're not always, let's see, because you're Cancerian, you're more of a home, you could just be home all day and that would be your favorite thing. But in your outside world, you might be worried about showing up as your truest, bravest, proudest, loudest self, which goes along with this creativity. Maybe you're in a creative block, I'm not sure. But there is no harm, there is nothing to fear in allowing this to express out, whatever it is that is within you. And you can manifest it. You can sort of marinate it by doing these, communion-based meditations that really connect you to the physical world around you. Internally, you might feel a sense of sadness that's always kind of there. Something maybe about a recent loss, or a disconnect from between you and others, or between you and your most internal self. This is okay. This is part of the ebb and flow of life. And again, if this is an energy that you're experiencing, this sort of sorrow, remember, a lot of our sorrow and our discontent is created by the thoughts that we think. This is actually a mind-based card. So shifting or washing away those thoughts that are crowding in your mind can help ease it. And how do we do that? By tending to and paying attention to the life that's right here. Being with nature more. Yeah, another mind card. So in your day-to-day life, you might feel a sense of a loss of control. Maybe there's a challenge coming up and you're fearful, or something changed suddenly and it's got you feeling a little fearful or shaky, or unsure how to proceed, right? The sense of sadness, sorrow, fear, and loss of control. There might be some of that energy going on within you, and it might show up actually in your day-to-day life. Like I said, what you need to do is rest back into the, touch base with the life forms that are all around you. That is what will expand your spirit and bring you to that new level. And let this energy, the mind sort of lockdown energies, let those pass by. The top of your internal energies here, and sort of the outcome of your journey as you work through these lower energies, is the consciousness card, higher consciousness. Love it. Third eye there is lit up. This is the highest state of the mind-based cards. So this means you are traveling past some of these lower mind-based energies, and you're getting there. You're getting, that communion with the earth, and that, paying attention to certain birds or creatures or plant life or landscapes, paying attention to them and resting with them, and absorbing that force of life that is all around you. That, like I said, it brings your consciousness to a higher level. It lightens your spirit, like I said earlier. And then the outcome here, I'm going to see what this, love it. Perfect. Okay, so this dream card talks about the illusions of life. Life is, it's one path. You grow up, you get married, you live happily ever after, or whatever. Or you grow up and you have this fabulous career, and then you live happily ever after. Well, that happily ever after doesn't really ever come. You need to be in the happily now, because life has challenges. It comes with lots of, bumps and starts and changes and loss, and learning to just stick with this higher awareness and navigate through it in that way, it will bring you a better sense of happiness and fun, and playfulness is coming. So this is the journey for you right now, Cancer. More communion with the world that's around you and the life forms that are all around you. Get to recognize that that energy flow is the same between you and every other life form on the planet. It's the same energy. We all have it. We all feel it. It will connect you to your higher self, and it will let you realize that, I might have this space of sorrow and sadness, but that's because I might tell myself it should not be that way. Life should be only this dream, right? And so that's the contradiction there that goes on within your mind, thinking that it should be easy. I should have this, arrive at this place of happiness and then everything will stay happy forever. And that's just not what happens. And when that doesn't happen, that's when our sorrow comes in. It's okay. It's part of the course of life. Touching base with yourself and getting in touch in meditation with the life around you will open up these energies. It will, bring you to a higher level of consciousness. I love it so much. I love you guys, and I am done for now. If you'd like to get a personal reading, you can email me or check the link on my page on this video, and also in my About section of my YouTube channel. I love you so much. I will talk to you very soon. Take care. Bye.